Welcome to Erica Lynn Speaks. An inspirational, motivational conversation designed specifically to help you move forward. And now, here's Erica Lynn.
Welcome. This is your girl, Erica Lynn. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. I'm back. I'm so excited for today's podcast. People just be, how they say, marching to the beat of their own drum, right? And sometimes that drum open up doors that you just never even imagine. Just hearing a sound and a beat in your head could just take you places that you didn't even know that God had set for you, but then you just marched and then God opened those doors. Before I bring on today's guest, I want to make sure that if you're following me on Facebook, that you go on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to your girl's channel, right? Because I always say, you got to help me build up my YouTube channel, because Facebook, I love Facebook, but YouTube is where it's at, right? Every day, God just says, it's time for you to get up. It's time for you to move. It's time for opportunities to come your way. And what I've learned in my experience is that you can't get that opportunity if you don't walk into what it is he told you to do. It's going to be challenging. It is going to be difficult. Nobody ever says that it's going to be easy doing what it is that he wants you to do. But if you just keep doing it every step of the way, then those opportunities present themselves because you prepared yourself for it. Like you practiced, you rehearsed, you got up out of bed even when you didn't want to get out of bed. Because Lord knows your girls want to sleep in sometimes, but I'm up and running 7 days a week. And now here we are on Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. Yay! So sometimes I wake up in the morning. I was telling my guests before, the podcast started that my team is texting me and emailing me early in the morning. And sometimes I'd be like, but realistically, if they did not, then we wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be able to accomplish all the things that I accomplish on a day-to-day basis. And so it's okay to go, but then get up and continue to do what it is that you were called to do. Because if God didn't think that you could do it, then he wouldn't call you to do it, right? And so sometimes we get in our own way. So get out your way and let's get started for the day. So before I bring my guest on, we got to give an honor to today's sponsor of the show.
Experience the difference with Executive Transportation Services Network, your trusted leader in luxury ground transportations and concierge services. Our award-winning team delivers safe, reliable, and professional services every time. Call 734-770-8990. Choose Executive Transportation Services Network, where excellence rides with you.
Yes, I'm back, right? So I'm excited about today's show because I want to tell you guys a little bit about my guest that decided to bless me with his presence. So my next guest is an absolute commanding force in the worlds of music and production, a true visionary who elevates every stage he touches and every artist he serves. A proud Detroit native, he is a graduate of Cooley High School and Hampton University. Since launching his extraordinary career, he has built a reputation throughout the entertainment industry as an acclaimed music director, master drummer, educator, artist, and entrepreneur. As a touring powerhouse, he currently holds down the groove for legendary artists like Charlie Wilson and Chanté Moore, while simultaneously serving as the music director for Mike Ellison and the Afro Flow. But his brilliance doesn't stop at the edge of the stage. Behind the scenes, he is a highly sought after production and stage manager, directing world class talent procurement, creative direction, and full live performance support as the founder and CEO of Rain Man Entertainment. He is a master of his craft, a dedicated advocate from community engagement, and a true industry titan. Please welcome to the show, Eric Rainman Gaston.
What up, though? Erica Lynn, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me so much.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Yes, because before we started the podcast, you tell me about you have a busy day. So I appreciate you squeezing little old me into your day.
I'm honored. Had to be here. Wouldn't miss it.
Yes, I'm excited. So we want to know all about Rain Man.
Let's talk.
You know, from the beginning to the end.
Let's get it.
And so if you take us back a little bit from the beginning, when did you first fall in love with the drums?
Ooh, gotta shout out my mom on this one.
Okay.
My mom spared me her dresser and all them Nivea cans and them Crown cans, you know, that green grease you used to put in your hair.
Yes.
That was my first drum set.
Oh, wow.
And I was breaking pens and pencils and ink was everywhere. And like I tell a lot of people, I didn't choose drums.
Okay.
Drums chose me.
Oh.
You know, it's a God-given gift. So it went from playing on that dresser to, of course, playing in church. Shout out to all my church drummers. That's where we get a lot of our start, encouragement, and inspiration. So that's where the beginning came. Yeah. And the pots and pans. Gotta play on, yeah, absolutely. Gotta play on, sit in my pamper, get them big spoons out, get them pots and pans out. So that's where it all started.
So did she ever say, stop that racket, or she encouraged you to make the racket until it actually turned into sound?
So it was both, because we had a system. I still remember to this day. Thank you, Mama. I would be in the basement playing, and when she would flick them lights, that means, boy, I done had enough. Get out that basement. I done took all I can take for the day. So thank you, Mama, for putting up with my noise, which eventually turned into music.
I love that. And that's funny that you say that, because I have a daughter, and she would sing in the shower, and I'd be like, oh my God, would you stop all that hollering? And so now she really can sing. And I used to think when she sound that bad that she just never could sing. I would just always say,
absolutely.
I wouldn't say negative things to her, but I'd be like, oh my gosh, she can't be a singer. So that just goes to tell you and to show people you can start out bad.
Absolutely.
But with practice, you can become one of the greatest.
Absolutely.
Such as yourself.
So shout out to all the parents, the moms, the siblings putting up with the noise. It's going to pay off. Be patient, y'all. It's going to pay off.
It is, y'all. I lost a couple eardrums in the process. So where did the nickname Rain Man come from, and what does it mean to you?
That's a great question. Rain Man came from, so shout out to all my marching band heads. I am a true marching band head. I was in marching band in high school, went to Cooley High. Shout out to Cooley High, man. All my Cooley Cardinals from Detroit. I know they about to tear our school down. I know we having a moment. Y'all keep us in your prayer. Okay. But I marched in Hampton University's band called The Force. Okay. So if you're familiar with an HBCU and the college marching band experience, we go through a process to join the section that you're a part of. So, of course, I was in the drum section. So in that process, usually the upperclassmen or the section leader, they give the incoming freshmen names. So this one day, I can remember very vividly, we are in practice. Of course, it was a schedule of a 2 to 4 practice. So freshmen, 2 to 4 means you're there 15 minutes early, standing at attention, ready for the day to start. So 1:45, we at attention. Mind you, I'm in Virginia, hot sun. So I'm physically there. Mentally, I am not at practice that day. It's it's getting to me, the sun, the calisthenics, and remembering all this music, missing home, new experiences. So mentally, I had kind of checked out this day. So
Okay.
I'm like, my body's in Hampton, Virginia. My mind is back in Detroit at Belle Isle, chilling or something. So my section leader, this one practice, he's starting the cadence off. 1, 2, ready, play, go. Me, Eric, I'm missing the beginning. I keep missing it, keep missing it. He stopped, stop. Everybody stop. Eric, what are you doing? Come on, man. Pay attention. Snap out of it. It's like, my bad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm known for having either vivid and or blank facial expressions.
Okay.
So blank facial expressions similar to Rain Man, the movie starring Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
So this one practice, I'm sitting here, I got the blank face today. I'm just blanked out, resting face, serious face, mean face, whatever you want to call it, game face. So he cuts the drum line off because I mess up again. I'm missing ripples. I'm missing the beginning. And he says, man, pay attention, man. What's wrong with you? You remind me of Rain Man. And from that moment, once you get coined a name, that is the name that follows you your entire tenure in that program. So your friends, your drumline mates, your band mates, they call you by the nickname that's given to you.
Yeah.
I chose to keep it. I kept it to honor the growth I experienced at Hampton University, and also to honor my band director, which was served as more than a band director to me. He served as a father figure. He served as a mentor and a role model. He even was one of the reasons I joined one of the fraternities that I'm a member of, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And he would always call me Rain Man.
Okay.
So to honor Mr. Smart, rest in peace, Mr. Smart. I love you, man. I chose to keep that as my stage name when I started touring professionally.
Okay. Well, that's good because I like it. I was thinking maybe you got it for a different reason.
Oh no. So I was Rain Man before Make It Rain got popular. Everybody
I thought you was in the strip
making
club.
it rain.
No,
I've been Rain Man since the
Yeah.
1900s.
Okay.
I've been Rain Man for a minute. And then, then Eminem came out and all the trap songs start coming out. But before all that happened, I was just Rain Man. From band camp and Hampton University. Shout out to the Forest. Shout out to Sticky Situation. Shout out to New Omega, KK Side. Yeah, I was just Rain Man.
Well, that's good
holding
to
my
know.
drum. Absolutely.
Hey, look, that's good to know that Rain Man got a good connotation.
Absolutely.
Other than in the strip club. So I appreciate you, Rain Man.
Not a problem.
Yeah, right. See now, so now when I say Rain Man,
that's me.
I can smile.
There
right?
it
Think
is.
about
There it is.
So, and you talked about being, on the drum line and so forth. So, was it like the movie? Was y'all like competing like that?
Good question. Was it like the movie?
Was it like the movie?
Well, let me first say that Hampton University Marching Force and Sticky Situation, those are non-hazing organizations. So, although we don't haze, but we do. We encourage, we motivate, we work out, we have calisthenics, we have processes, we do things to help each other get better, to challenge each other, move each other to the next level. The movie, it's Hollywood, so they water some things down. There's some things that you see in that movie that may or may not exist, especially back in the day in the college band, like the freshmen talking back or challenging the upperclassmen. We ain't do that. Once you get that direction, it's probably in your best interest to follow those instructions, or you're gonna be running, pushing all night, pushing as in push-ups, So yeah, you're gonna be working. So it's just take heed, submit, be obedient. You'll be fine.
So drumming.
Yes.
What muscles are you working? Like, do you end because you do it a lot?
Absolutely.
So realistically, when you finish drumming every day, all day, whatever, like what muscle was do you get that from drumming? I gotta know.
So drumming is a full body workout. I mean, even mind, body, soul. When we're talking about drum set, you're using all four limbs, using your back, your leg. Literally, it's a full body, like swimming. You're using your entire body to produce music, to produce a sound. So it's a full body workout.
So you got to breathe. You still got to in through your nose and out through your mouth, huh?
Breathing while you play. Absolutely. Thinking on the spot, improvising on the spot, changing on the dime, remembering, recalling everything you've rehearsed. It's a lot.
So I don't have any rhythm. Okay, sometimes, but not for real.
Okay.
So I just don't understand how y'all could just keep the beat for real all the time.
Sometimes I don't understand. That's why I say drums chose me.
So your body just kind of does it without thinking. It's like muscle memory.
It is, but it does require, there are a lot of exercises and things we do to help work on independence, or what it's called. Because at some point you may have each limb doing something completely different, and that just, it takes muscle memory, it takes practice, it takes proper practice, so it takes time, but you can do it.
Yeah, you doing a great job.
Thank you.
Okay. So you studied computer information systems at Hampton University while drumming.
Absolutely.
How did you balance both worlds?
Good question. So for me, balance looked like, when I first came home from college, I was computer scientist by day, musician by night, and just trying to blend those worlds, which is not easy. Sometimes, gigs are at night and you're tired, but you got to be up to do the work in the morning. So it was and always will be a challenge to try to blend that creative art with the things that we have to do as young men and young women or adult women, to make sure we are taking care of our business, but we still want to be creative. It's always a challenge, but balance is the key. Staying hydrated, prioritizing, getting the schedule, getting my meals together, getting my clothes set out, because I don't want to be out late gigging. So don't want to be late for my work, and it can be done though.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Because you got to go from one thing to the next.
Absolutely.
And I was telling the team today that it's time for me to invest in some additional luggage, but not necessarily for traveling, but I am doing one thing. But then when we come here, I need all of the makeup and all of that
Absolutely.
that stays in that bag and me not touch it. It's the podcast.
It stays here. Absolutely.
Yeah. But then I do need a traveling bag that I could just carry on, because I'm about to start traveling.
See, there it is.
I'm speaking it.
Come on.
So when they look up and they say, "Where Erica at?" I'll see you when I get back.
There she go.
She
on the road. Let's get it.
I'll call you from the airport.
There we go. DTW, here we come.
I love that. So how would you describe your personal drumming style to someone who's never heard you play?
Ooh, good question. My personal drumming style is a mixture of Detroit versus DC.
Okay.
Hampton Roads area, because I got Hampton put that go-go on me. They put it on me when I said, "What is this?" Man, that thing changed my life. So I would say Detroit, go-go, of course, gospel, and R&B, and Motown.
Okay.
Like if you put all that in a gumbo and stir it up, I would say that's Rain Man.
Dang.
Absolutely.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Let's get it.
With all the sounds. What's the most technically challenging thing you have ever had to master on this kit?
Ooh, technically, I gotta shout out my brother, man, Jay Drew. Jay Drew, if you don't know, look him up. He's an amazing drummer, producer, just a great person, artist. He comes from musical royalty. Karen Clark Sheard is his mom. The Clark sisters are his auntie. His sister is Kiara Sheard. He popped in my mind because I was blessed to share the stage with him and be his drummer. Okay. During those rehearsals, I watched him produce me as a drummer. And you hear the track and you go to play the track. And Jay Drew was one of the first and only people to be like, "Nah, I don't want you to play it like that. Play it like this." And it just challenged my thinking. He would, one of the main things most drummers play is the snare. That's the drum that sits right in between your legs, and it's usually references the hand clap, the 2 and the 4. 1, 2, 2, 2, and Jay Drew would be like, "No, don't play it on 2 and 4." Or this song, don't play snare at all. So it just really challenged all of the studying and the everything that had been familiar up until that point. Working with him and his artistry and his brilliance, it challenged me and changed my perception of music from a rhythmic point of view. So I'm forever thankful to my brother, Jay Drew. Shout out, man. I love you, bro. Let's get it.
Right. I find that very interesting, because me, from this end, I would think that you would stay basically to the norm, but to remove things that were out of your norm and add something different. I'm sure it made a sound that A, you have never heard before, but
Absolutely.
B, changed the trajectory of that particular piece that you were working on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The drums are the heartbeat. There it has been said there's no such thing without having a good band, without having a good drummer.
Yeah.
So to all my drummers, we are the pulse, we are the heartbeat. Some even call us the quarterbacks of the band. We
Yes.
we set up, okay, we going this way, let me set it up. We going this way, let me set that up. I like to think of it as a turn signal.
Yeah.
We put that turn signal on to let everyone else know, hey, we gonna turn this way really soon. So it takes creativity and understanding your job from that drum seat to understand how influential you are to make the whole puzzle come together.
So could you realistically, somebody said, hey, I need you to play,
Hmm.
but you didn't rehearse. Can you realistically still make it pop even if you didn't rehearse with them?
Absolutely.
How is that possible?
So that's where the muscle memory comes in. So I will lean on one of my great friends, Eric Roberson, artist I've been blessed to travel the country and outside the country with. Something, if you've ever been to an Eric Roberson show, something he does at every show, he freestyles. He
Okay.
takes words from the audience, creates a song on the spot.
Okay.
And I've watched him do this for years. I've been a part of a lot of his amazing freestyles. And one of the things he teaches and tells people, because he's a professor as well, um, when I'm driving in my car, I practice rhyming words. So when I get to situations like that where I'm called to do something or improvise, it's second nature because this is not something new to me.
Okay.
So to translate that system to a drummer, I don't just listen to the radio. I'm learning. Every song I hear, I want to be able to play. We all know Detroit music scene. When we go to a place that has live music, it's a jam session.
Yeah.
They see you walk in, they're gonna call you up. Oh, we got such and such in the building, or you can ask to go up, and they're gonna let you play. And
Yeah.
you not gonna know the song they're gonna call, but when they call it, you better be prepared and you better
Yeah.
play it. Even if it's not all the hits, all the accents, at least the very foundational beat, the groove of the song, making the song feel good.
Yeah.
You know, make them. You want to look out, see them toes tapping,
Yeah.
them fingers snapping. That's the goal. See them
Yeah.
necks rocking. You know, when you see that,
Right.
you know you doing something right.
Yeah.
So I try to always to stay sharp, keep my gift sharp, practicing being versatile, listening to different genres because you never know. Another artist I like to shout out, Alexander Zonjic, which is an amazing jazz flautist.
Yes.
He resides in this area. Back in the day, my brother, another amazing musician, Kenny Brooks, was his drummer. Kenny, it was New Year's Eve. Kenny, something occurred that Kenny could not do the gig, and it was the day of the gig. I got a call. Hey, can you come play with Alexander Zonjic? And at that point, I had never heard any of his music, and we had to do a whole show, and I had to literally learn it on the spot. So, but again, it becomes when you have repetition of practicing beats, practicing different styles, different time signatures, different tempos. You can prepare yourself for moments like that.
Yeah, and I love him because I love jazz.
Oh yeah,
I love jazz. I
Zonjic,
love
that's a great guy. Great
I love
music.
live jazz also. Like,
Absolutely.
it's just, I don't know, it just does something. It does. So this is an off the wall question.
Mhm.
How come at church the drums is always encased in the glass house?
That's actually a great question. A lot of churches do enclose the drums. It's a sound barrier.
Okay.
Because cymbals, drums, they will bleed into microphones. For
Okay.
example, we're talking into these amazing microphones at the Erica Lynn Speaks podcast suite, right?
Okay.
So if my voice is going into this, but you got to remember, if there's a big drum set that's sitting up 2 to 3, 3 or 4 or 5 feet behind me, every time that drummer hits, it's going to come into this microphone. So now it gives the sound man, which is trying to produce a great sound for the people in the audience, he needs some type of control. So when the drums play, they only go into the drum microphones. When the singers sing or talk, it only goes into that mic. So we need some sort of isolation or protection. So that is the purpose of enclosing drums, is to give the sound man better control and isolation so we can isolate things. Because we always want to mimic how good things sound in the car. When we in the car and got them door closed and it's all that stereo sound, we want to get as close as that as we possibly can. So that's the isolation technique.
I always wondered that. In all my years,
Shout out to all my drummers in them cages. It gets hot in there.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Oh my goodness.
They be sweating. Do they get a little fan?
Man, some got fans, some don't. But when we closed in and we going and them lights hit us, it can turn into a sauna real quick. Yeah, get you a fan, drummers. If you ain't got one, go pick you up a fan and keep it with you. Put it on the rider.
Listen, I'm cheesing because I really did always want to know, why do they put the drummer in the box? I feel like the poor little drummer boy all over to his side. He lonely. Nobody could talk to him. So now I know.
There it is.
Because he got the most powerful sound.
We do. Drums can be very loud, and they can increase the overall volume of a stage. It can bleed all over into the other mics. So we just want to control it so we can give you all a better sounding show.
Okay. I love that. Now I gotta, when I go to church on Sunday, I'm gonna be smiling, thinking about the drummer in his cage. Okay. So as a musical director, how do you approach leading other musicians versus being in the background?
Great question. I always say the hardest process of being a musical director is hiring the right people. I think once you get the right people in place, as you spoke earlier about your team and them setting up things and texting you late, but your team is doing things to support you and the mission, right? So I think hiring the right people, understanding probably gonna get a keyboard player, a guitar player, a bass player, and a drummer, 4-piece. That's like your typical setup, right? So when I go through my Rolodex, or if it's an audition, I want to hire good people that know their instrument, people that are going to study the music, people that are going to be professional. And once we get that, then we can get the creative juices flowing and start to make it fun, which is what it should be, and the audience knows. They can tell a well-rehearsed band. They can tell who's having fun. They can tell who's communicating and vibing with each other. And you can tell when somebody threw something together too, So for people putting together their hard-earned time and money to come and support an artist, or even hanging out at a venue that has live music, we always want to give them the best presentation we can. So as a music director, I know my job is not always to perform or be out there, but just to manage and make sure. A lot of times, if it's for an artist, for an example, I'm the liaison. So communicating between the production, the touring manager, the artist, the band, is making sure all those I's are dotted, all those T's are crossed, making sure everyone feels supported, seen, heard, make sure everybody getting their money, making sure we're communicating what our next moves are at the venue, with the sound check, with the set list. So it's just about managing personalities and managing people, which is something I love to do.
I see where Crystal gets it from. I see where she gets it from.
Shout out to Crystal Clear. Let's get it.
Crystal, because she, and I'm a pretty easygoing person, but I have moments, and she be like, "Girl, it didn't bother me that you snap. I ain't thinking about you. I still need you to record this video. I'm gonna need your vocals when you done.
You gotta have some thick skin.
Get it going on. Yes,
sitting in that seat. Absolutely.
But I am not going to tiptoe. I am going to be myself. And if you don't have the skin to be in it, because I'm not a hard person at all. I'm not a mean person. But at the same time, if it's my thing and I got to tiptoe, then we got a problem.
No, we can't do that.
Absolutely. So yeah, I agree with you. You do got to have tough skin.
Absolutely.
But you done rang a bell for me, because you keep using the word rehearse. And I have yet to rehearse for, because I haven't spoken on stage in 2.5 years.
Wow.
And so I was booked for an event in August, and I have not rehearsed, right? And I refuse to fail.
Absolutely.
And so I'm putting that out there so my team can get on me and making sure that I finish writing the talk. And so that when I get out there, that I do what it is that God called me to do at that event.
Come on, somebody. You can do it. 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh, I love that.
5 P's.
Okay.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Yes, it's time to get it.
Let's
because
get it.
Especially your first time out after 2.5 years, you definitely don't want to
put
fail.
some work in. Absolutely.
But I realized that that's the opportunity that God says, okay, let me put you here. Let me see, this is your comeback. And then all of the other opportunities are going to come. And that's when I say I'm going to start traveling. So because before I was getting booked,
Yes.
across this, United States to speak. And so I got to get over those initial butterflies that you
Absolutely.
have
Yeah.
when you first come back,
Mhm.
and so that part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
That part.
we encourage you. Let's get it. We
Thank you.
support you.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Now, you have toured with one of my favorite people that I want to come on the podcast.
Uh-oh.
And I've been speaking about it since
Who is this?
Charlie Wilson.
Uh-oh, Uncle Charlie.
Yes, I want him to come on the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Speak, put it out there.
I'm putting it out there. So
Uncle
Charlie Wilson,
listen.
Uncle Charlie,
There it is.
I would love for you to come on Erica Lynn Speaks podcast.
There it
okay.
is.
So I spoke it. God is gonna make it happen.
There
so
it
I will
is.
see you on this couch.
Let's get
at
it.
the podcast. But you have toured with Charlie Wilson. What's one thing you learned from being on stage with Uncle Charlie?
Woo! I got stories and stories about Uncle Charlie Wilson. But to your question, one thing that I have learned, Charlie Wilson is a master at what he does. He is a living legend. It is truly an honor to support him. I've been with him several years, through many different tours. We've been throughout the country. We've been out of the country. One thing I can say I've taken from him is, just don't put him in the box.
Okay.
Charlie has never been a person where he sticks to the set list that's on the paper in front of him. He will, even now, even at his age, even his voice is still amazing. He will leave that set list and flow.
Mm-hmm.
He will get inspired by something in the room. He will hear someone from the audience shout out a Charlie Wilson song or a Gap Band song and start to sing it immediately. And a lot of artists on that level, the show is pre-programmed out, and it's okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is the game plan. Charlie has never ever been afraid to step outside of that box and still be an artist in its truest, rarest form. And I appreciate that about him, because most people, again, when you get to that level, when you start playing big theaters, when you start playing arenas, even sometimes we are graced to play stadiums. You know, when you're playing in front of one of the largest crowds we've been in was probably 70,000 people.
Wow.
And I've seen him leave the script and go left. We did it at the White House. A couple years ago. We were graced to play at a Juneteenth celebration at the White House, and Charlie Wilson, in true Charlie Wilson form, left the script and said, "Come on, band, y'all ready?" And we went left, and we went right with him. We rocked that whole White House line, and it was just beautiful. And I just, we have a job to do. We want to stay within time parameters, but just being true to the art, I thank him for blessing me and teaching me and showing me that.
Absolutely. My team didn't tell me you've been to the White House, so you met Obama.
So when I went, our president at the time was President Biden.
Okay, I'll take that.
And VP Harris. That's when I visited. That's who was in office.
Yes, I'll take that. As long as you ain't been in the... I'll take I'll take that. My team say we can't talk about politics, so I stay on politics.
All right, let's stay focused.
But I'm glad that you had an opportunity to go to the White House.
I did. I was honored. This little boy from the west side of Detroit, and I made it. It was a moment. I'm thankful for that moment.
Yes.
Thanks to Charlie Wilson for that.
I love
Absolutely.
that. Yes.
Let's get it.
Okay, so you also played with another person that I'm crazy about.
Okay. Who's that?
Big Sean.
Big Sean, what up, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I love Big Sean. I can rap like some artists, I can't even remember the lyrics, but Big Sean, I can remember, some of his lyrics. And it had to have been a moment for you playing with Big Sean. What was that experience like for a Detroit kid hanging with Big Sean?
So my Big Sean days, I was with Big Sean right when he started to really get that national recognition. I actually, it was a Detroit band called 101. We were the backing band for Big Sean. We did a lot of shows together. And I actually left the band at that time because I went on tour with fabulous hip hop artists. So I remember being on tour, and the next thing I knew, Big Sean was everywhere. And I was just like, yo, he from the D. That's what's up. Let's go, Detroit.
Yes.
It was a proud moment. But Big Sean is he's a real one, man. He's a true one. I remember some of the songs I remember vividly playing were some of his mixtape songs back in the day. So it was just a honor to really support Big Sean and then watch him and then come back and get back to the city. You
Yes.
know, all the things he's doing with the Pistons and the partnership with Usher. Big Sean is a real one. He continues to rep and put on for the city of Detroit. So Big Sean, thank you, bro. What up, though? We
Yes.
love you, man. Keep going.
Right.
Thank you for
And
all
Big
you
Sean,
do.
you could come on the podcast too.
Pull up.
Yes, you got to pull up. And listen, my team, we take care of it, don't we? We
Absolutely.
take care of
Great
you.
care.
And it's a private, place, and so you don't got to worry about nothing, So come and check us out at the podcast.
Absolutely.
But I am glad that you had an opportunity to be a part of all of these things that took place, to be with some of the greatest artists that we all know and wish that we could even just go to an event. Because when you said Fabulous, I was in Vegas for celebrating my 40th birthday, and I got a chance to go see Fabulous in concert, and so he was still kicking it. I'm a lot older than 40 now, but he still was.
Fab the man, he got them hits.
Yeah,
Fab can go, and he one of the best dressed artists like ever in hip hop to me, man. Fab's wardrobe, he be killing it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, do he got a wardrobe line, or he just
well, he did
back
stylist. When I was with him, he did have a Street Fam. He put out a couple pieces, but it's just, I remember being in rehearsal with Fab. Fab would change clothes in rehearsal.
Oh wow.
Go from one fresh outfit to the next. I'd be like, who does that? Like, bro, you killing it. His style has always been impeccable.
Dang.
Absolutely.
See, I got to get a style. I have a stylist, and because me trying to dress by myself, it ain't happening. Because in my mind, I'm still built like the Erica that was all that. But I realize when you go up and down, you have to dress for the size that you are at the moment.
We do.
And that means I still got to put it down and kill it. Just had all of the.
Got you.
So usually about 7:40, or so, we take questions from our virtual audience.
Okay, let's get it.
Our virtual audience already started dropping them. So you could go ahead and put the first question up.
Let's get it.
All right. So, okay. So this is from my production team. He says, from Jalen, my youngest, which is my youngest son, what's the secret to recording live drum patterns? Like if you're producing on on a DAW, like a FL Studio or GarageBand, how do you get it to not be delayed?
That's a great question. There's a term called latency. So in the settings of said software, you want to go through. I'm not fully familiar. I know what FL Studio is, but I have not recorded in that software. But in the settings there, you want to make sure that your latency is not too much, because that'll cause that delay. You probably want to take some effects off, reverb that may give you kind of an echoey sound. So you just want to make sure everybody records different, and that'll begin to define you and your sound. So I personally like everything to be flat and just level and get the true authentic raw sound of the drum, and then distance the mic. So is it close to the drum head? Is it further back from the drum head? So just a test and trial error of playing with the settings in that software, and then that mic placement, dampening the room that you're in. Those can all things play into creating and getting the sound that you want.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. We got another question.
Let's get it.
Okay. So what advice would you give someone who feels like they miss their rhythm in life and are trying to find their beat again?
If you have breath in your body, come on, somebody.
All right, now.
You have time.
Yes.
Find the beat, find the rhythm. I encourage everybody, get a mentor, get a drum instructor, invest in you. Even if it's a hobby, if it's a profession, if you're working at the local level, at the national level, work on your craft. If you have breath in your body, you can find that beat again. It just takes some consistency and some dedication to the craft. I do encourage people, when I used to teach, don't waste your instructor's time. Most instructors are passionate about what they do. They charge for what they do. So if you're going to find someone that is willing to invest their time and you're going to pay them, make sure you show up, be consistent, listen to the advice they give, practice the things they're giving you. and put the work in. So, but if you got breath in your body, man, you can do it.
I love
You
that.
can do it.
With every breath I take. No, look,
Sing it, Erica.
I cannot sing. I can't sing or I can't dance, but you know it don't stop me.
There it is.
I just, sing for my family
There
till
it
they tell me
is.
so. Like we do karaoke, right?
Okay.
So that was a question I had for you earlier.
Uh-huh.
We like for Christmas, the kids they come to my house and we do karaoke, and we usually have Asian food. We don't have a typical Christmas meal. We have like duck and Chinese rice and all that kind of stuff. And how come when you do karaoke, you can't never remember the words or keep up with the beat, even though the words is coming on the screen? Why you can't sing like you sing when you in the car?
Shower, in the car? Absolutely. It's something about, I like to call it that red light syndrome. A lot of musicians have it. They'll play something perfectly 10 times in a row. And as soon as that red record light comes on, are you ready to record? Red light is on. You mess it up. I think it's just nerves. When we see that ball bouncing over those words, just something happens neurologically. But I think practice makes better. So just practice, keep practicing. So then when you are in those situations, when it's karaoke time, you can shine.
Because my son, I got another song. He does this song by Yellow Wolf.
Okay.
And it's a really fast cadence. I don't know if it's considered rap. Is it rap, Jalen? So it's rap. Till It's Gone is the name of the song.
Okay.
And it's a really, really fast cadence. And I can't say it to the life of me. I don't care how much I rehearse. But let me tell you what I do with the song.
What's that?
I exercise on the treadmill with it.
Go.
It's an amazing.
There
so
you go.
Q-Lante, I got your song. It's on replay too.
There it is. I love it.
So you could use it for more than in one way. Do we have any more questions for the virtual? We got 2 more. Okay.
Let's get it.
Okay. Hi, Daddy. We love you. Aww.
What up? Shout out to my family, my beautiful wife, CJ. Love you, baby. Eric and Ethan. I love you, boys. Daddy loves you.
Well, you got to talk to them right there.
I love you, Eric and Ethan. Shout out to Chicken Butt. That's my boys. And babe, I love you. Thank you for all you do. I won't be here without you. Let's get it.
Thank you for loaning me your husband tonight. Okay.
Auntie Cheryl, I love you. Love you, Auntie.
Yes.
Thanks for playing that loud music when I was a kid. It paid off. Thank you.
So this is a family
I see my
affair,
sister,
right?
Monty, my second mom. Love you, Monty. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get it. I see my big brother, Mike Lynch. Stage manager extraordinaire, Mike Lynch. Big brother, love you, man. And toured the world with that guy. That's a good man.
Yes. Now Mike was on the show.
Oh yeah.
But what is his question, Rayman? Do you feel that a union
Yes.
Union should be in effect to help band members in the event of one not being able to work for a while due to unforeseen life issues?
That's a great question. I do think unions should be. There are union gigs they exist. Union gigs for musicians are more of the TV based things, more of the plays, Broadway, more of the just things that are kind of more Broadway and television based. When you get into more of my lane, gospel, R&B, hip hop, more of those are not unionized gigs.
Yeah.
There has been conversations throughout my career about forming because musicians need representation.
Right.
Musicians need protection. Musicians need assistance with contracts.
Yeah.
In the event things happen, things cancel, it's an ongoing conversation. Of course, there are people that don't want musicians to come together, cooperate and unionize. It doesn't benefit certain groups of people in the music industry, but for the musicians, and speaking from the musician/artist voice, representation by way of union or management or both are always needed and recommended. Those are great conversations to have.
Yeah, very well spoken. Very well spoken.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
No, I in indie industry, right? We would like a union to, so we can be paid when we sick or whatever.
Absolutely.
And
or if the show cancels.
Or the show cancels.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, that's why you got to give me a deposit.
See?
I'm sorry.
Come on now.
Don't book me if you're not giving me a deposit.
50%. Let's talk.
Do we have any more questions? So this is our last one from the virtual audience. Okay. Working with all these big names is amazing. And we always hear about all of the glam, but fame has its negative too, right? Okay. So that's kind of far. So is there a moment that tested you and made you step back and reconsider the spotlight? Ooh, that's
Is
a
there a
good
moment?
question.
Shout out to who is that? Deja Work.
Yeah.
Deja Work. Great question, Deja. Thank you for the question. Is there a moment? There is always a moment. You just saw me speak to my children. Every time I have to leave them to go get on a plane to work to provide for my family, that's a moment. Even in its purest form, that's a moment where you question, when you staring at your child and you say, Daddy, you going again? That's a moment that makes you reconsider.
Yeah.
Being a touring professional musician, you have to miss funerals, you have to miss weddings, you have to miss birthdays sometimes. So there are always moments that you have to ask yourself and be true to yourself and figure out, is it worth it? One of the biggest opportunities to date that I received, I won't say the artist's name, but I
Okay.
did go to LA for a private audition,
Okay.
and I won the audition, and it was a world tour. I This would have been the most money I would have ever made in my life
Mm-hmm.
as a musician, as a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
When they released the touring schedule, the tour started the day my youngest son was supposed to be born in that time frame.
Oh, wow.
So I had my wife's blessing to go, but I had to make a decision. Do I
Yeah.
want to miss this moment,
Mm-hmm.
or do I want to, I had to make a decision.
Yeah.
The decision I made, what you think I did?
You stayed.
I stayed.
You
I did,
stayed.
Erica.
You
I
did. You
stayed.
stayed.
I stayed, and I chose to be there for my family in that moment. I asked that artist in his camp,
Mm-hmm.
hey, can I miss this beginning portion and then join you guys on this portion? And the answer was no.
Okay.
We need you for the beginning of this because it is very important to the production. So you earned the gig; it's yours. We're happy to fly you out. And the first portion started way overseas. So it
Okay.
wasn't like I was in Nashville and, oh, you're in labor and let me catch a quick flight back or
Yeah.
drive. I
Yeah.
was literally across the pond.
Yeah.
So I had to make the decision which was best for me and my family.
Yeah.
And I chose to stay. And to this day, I'm glad I was there. Certain moments you cannot replace and you don't want to miss. It was a tough career decision,
Yeah.
but the best decision for me personally and for my family. So there, and just to kind of go back to the question, there are a lot of other moments. You see things, touring and traveling with all these artists, backstage, off stage. You see things that happen contractually.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to always ask yourself, even if you look at, for me, as I grow, as I mature, I look at when I'm on stage with an artist, what is the message? What are
Yeah.
we saying? What are we talking about? Does that align with my purpose? Does
Mm-hmm.
that align with my mission? Um, can I stand and look at my children and as their father, or my wife as her husband,
Mm-hmm.
with honor, knowing I was just on stage talking about X, Y, and Z?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
those type of things for me
Mm-hmm.
are important. All gigs aren't good gigs for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
All money isn't good money for me. So
Right.
I have to always ask myself, what is my purpose? What is God saying? Is this meant for me? Should I be here? Should I be doing this? And those are just some of the honest conversations I find myself having more and more as I grow.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have values and you
Absolutely.
stand on your values, and so that's pretty amazing that you stand on your values because
10 toes.
yeah, I think because before God started introducing me really to this industry,
Mhm.
and I began to see more and more, I was told maybe years ago that it's not really all what you see.
Mhm.
So in other words, we see the limelight on
Mhm.
TV and on stage, but what really happens,
Mhm.
behind the scenes, that's an important. And I have had to see people perform and can't go to a funeral or
Mhm.
can't go to an event. And I know some artists, like if well, I wouldn't say you might have to miss your anniversary, but
Mhm.
let's celebrate a day before I go or a
Mhm.
time, before you still make time and room for your
Absolutely.
family. And so just might not actually be on her actual anniversary or her actual birthday. And is that something that you
Absolutely. It's important that you partner with the right person.
Yes.
That understands, supports, and allows you the space to be an artist.
Yes.
Because it's not easy, to support someone in a creative space.
Yeah.
Even just to go back a little bit to speak to what people experience on the road. A lot of times people, the stereotype, they think it's a part. It looks like a music video backstage.
You're right.
And a lot of times, depending the artist, you're going to see people adulting backstage, stretching, warming up, eating, resting before we go on stage, calling home to check on their families, on a laptop, working virtually on their business, So those are kind of some of the things, I remember one friend I invited from college. They came backstage to a show and they was like, "This what y'all doing? It's boring. I'm ready to go. I thought it was going to be a party." Like, that's not always the case. Yes, we have moments where we turn up or we're celebrating, or we're in certain cities, the stars might come out, and there's a camaraderie or there's a family reunion. But for the most part, it's a bunch of professionals back there. It's guys in all black working, pushing carts, moving wires, loading in and out equipment. So it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
And
Absolutely.
so it's not always a big party. From going to the radio station in the morning to promote your show that night to you got to do rehearsal or sound check prior to the event. And I've heard and experienced, through people, that it's an ongoing thing. So like you said, it's work. And so they be tired,
Absolutely.
and sometimes the only sleep you might get is on the plane.
That's it.
And then when you get off the plane, you expect it to come home and do more things, but when do you rest? When do you sleep? But you got to keep going sometimes. So thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
And our time is going. We got about 8 minutes left. So we're gonna get in what we can get in. And I'm just gonna name a couple of people that you work with, which is my favorite, Salt and Pepper.
Let's go.
Like you say, Eric Roberson, Dwele, Kajan. These are some icons,
They are.
especially from my time.
I've been blessed.
Who challenged you the most musically?
Woo! Who challenged me the most musically? I'm gonna have to go back to my brother, Jay Drew. Jay Drew Sheard challenged me. Yeah, and I loved it. I embraced it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now I got another one. Because we are in the era of AI, okay, and digital beats and AI music, how do you see the role of a live drummer evolving?
I think you should not get left behind. So to all my drummers, don't get left behind. Stay with the times. Figure out this software. Get with somebody. Ask questions. Learn how to program a drum machine. Learn how to blend your kit with a balance of acoustic and electronic. My touring kit is blended. It's a hybrid kit. So acoustic drums, as we all know, the snare, the tenor, the bass, the floor tom, the cymbal, that's an acoustic. But when I add the electronics, then I have a percussion pad. I have triggers. I have extra kick pedals down there that trigger other things. So just stay current with the times. If you don't, you will get left behind. So stay up on it.
Okay. So what's next for Eric Rainman? In 1 minute or less.
It's summertime. I'm gonna be on the road. I got festivals coming up with Miss Chanté Moore. I got some shows coming up with Uncle Charlie Wilson. But for those in the Metro Detroit area, my birthday, I'm celebrating my birthday at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater with Uncle Charlie Wilson. The show is on my birthday, y'all.
And what day is your birthday?
July 25th.
Yeah.
July 25th, I'm on drums with Uncle Charlie Wilson at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. Get your tickets. We're going to party. The party train is coming to the D. Shout out to Uncle Charlie Wilson and the Detroit kids. We're going to party. Turn up for Rain Man's birthday. Let's get it.
Right. We got to come check you out.
Pull up.
Okay. And so the final five fast is what we got.
Let's get it.
Favorite Detroit restaurant?
Woo. Favorite Detroit restaurant? Fast. Come on, Rain Man.
Come on, give it to me. Come on.
Detroit restaurant. Ram's Horn.
Okay. Song you can listen to on repeat.
Lovely Day by Bill Withers.
Biggest guilty pleasure?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. Who's your all-time drummer icon?
Ricky Lawson, Detroit's own, Cooley High's finest.
What's always in your snack bag on tour?
Chocolate chip cookies. Don't leave home without them. Thanks, babe, for making me cookies.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You got to tell everybody how they can reach you if they want to know more about Eric Rain Man.
I'm on social media, y'all. Holla at me. Facebook, Eric Rain Man Gaston. Instagram, Rain Man ENT06. So holla at me. Say what up, though. Send me a message. Let's talk. Let's kick it. If you see me out, say what up, man. Let's take a picture. Let's talk. I'm a good guy. Let's get it.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Shout out to Erica Lynn for having me. Erica Lynn Speaks. She's doing some. That's right. Y'all clap it up for my sister right here. She's doing some amazing things. We are so proud of her. She is amazing. Support this woman and all that she's doing. Erica Lynn Speaks. Let's get it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you coming on the show. You answered a lot of questions that I've been wondering all these years, and you dropped a lot of nuggets for those who, so I know some people walked away with some information today from this podcast.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So you guys, man, Eric, he just really dropped some nuggets. Me just asking simple things about the little box on the stage at church, because I've always done that for years. And he enlightened us on why that it's that way. And so a lot of times, like you said, if you study and you learn, you rehearse, you practice, you get to understand the deeper reason, the deeper meaning behind why something is done that way. So I'm just encouraging you guys to, like my son tell me every day, did you read 10 pages this morning? And I say, no. He don't dog me, but he just constantly encouraged me to make sure that I grab a book.
Stay on her, son. Let's get it.
And so he encourages me to make sure that I grab a book and take some time for myself to just expand my mind, right? And then stay healthy. And so just always continue to grow and develop yourself so that you could be a better you. And when you become a better you, it just pours out into the world. And so I'm just excited and grateful and gracious about the people that God has sent into my life. And I am so grateful for the guests that has been honoring me and blessing me on this podcast, because they're not just coming on the podcast to talk about who they toured with. They're sharing some real life realizations and stories of things that happen, because everybody at some point or another have a vision to be bigger than where they are now. But you must be equipped with what's going to come with that. So when those, naysayers or those things happen to you, then you don't just run and quit. You stay in there. Yeah, you can have thoughts of quitting, but then you get you a couple Crystals and Mia and Jalen and Deja and Q that say you don't get to quit. You got to stay here and pour out to the world and what God has asked you to do. So don't quit, you guys. Just stay in there and keep moving forward. And so that's my time, you guys. And thank you so much again for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And that's
thank you.
And shout out to my team. If you guys want to be a guest on the podcast, make sure that you drop a comment below or send an email to sponsor at IamEricaLynnSpeaks.com. If you want to sponsor an episode or so on or so forth, my team will respond and get you whatever information that you need. If you want to sow a seed in the podcast, he threw up the QR code. Hey, we can use all the seeds that we can get. And that's my time. This is your girl, Erica Lynn. And as I always say, just remember, it only takes just one step beyond you.